My name's Shan from 987 FM, a radio station in Singapore. This is footage from an interview in Singapore with Noel Gallagher on April the 5th, 2009. What's your involvement with Russell Brand's career?
My involvement with Russell Brand, I wish he was here now to fucking listen to this. It's a lot more extensive than you would believe. Have you ever seen him do stand-up? Yeah. Well, what Russell does is when we're all out, is Russell remembers everything that we say between each other and uses it in his fucking stand-up act. And he uses half the stuff half the jokes my girlfriend tells him. So I see his career as a 50% partnership with my own. Me and him are doing a radio show when we get back to England on the 16th of April. And I think he's trying to get into Hollywood, pathetically enough, as he's possibly one of the worst actors I think ever to grace the screen so far. But he's a brilliant comedian and a wonderful, wonderful lad and one of my dearest friends. I love him to bits.
What do you think of the scandal over Andrew Sachs?
I think it was very symptomatic of England. You know, it's all completely blown out of all proportion. It was the worst crime that incident would have committed was the fact it wasn't very funny, and that was it. You know, I don't understand why Russell and Jonathan had to lose their jobs. Two extremely talented broadcasters, and the girl in question ended up getting rich, you know. But that's just symptomatic of being in England. It's quite an embarrassing place to live in at the moment. The media is fucking insane in England. Insane.
What can we expect from your show tonight?
I've never seen Oasis, so I don't know what you expect, you know what I mean? It's difficult for me because I'm always on the stage kind of doing it. But I personally will be brilliant tonight.
There were reports that the show you did in Taipei was pretty bad.
Well, I don't know how to judge things like that because we've never been to Taipei before, so I don't know what the kind of the psyche is of the Taiwanese people. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't really worry about if the crowd are getting into it or not. You know what I mean? In Japan, you might as well be playing to a lot of mannequins. You know what I mean? They just stand there and clap. You know, but everywhere's different. Everywhere has its own unique. As all people around the world are different, do you know what I mean?
How do you deal with singing the same songs over and over again?
You know, if I was writing really personal songs that are personal to me in my life, you know, if it are about a situation that happened to me or sadness I was feeling, I think I would find it difficult to keep on singing those songs because they're from such a specific time. But my songs are timeless, and I really do go out of my way to make them as vague as possible. You know, so every time I sing Don't Look Back in Anger, it's almost like singing it for the first time to me.
What keeps Oasis going after all these years?
I could sit and bullshit you about way the fans and da-da-da and all that fucking nonsense, but ultimately, for my own, I speak for myself, and I'm sure it's the same for the rest of the lads in the band. I'm just a fan of music, and I love playing music. And, you know, I don't get to play my electric guitar at home really loud because of the kids. So the only time I get to play it is on tour. I fucking really love playing it really loud. You know, it's brilliant. But I still really enjoy it, and I don't see it as a job. And it's still fascinating to me. The fact that we're still here doing it after 15 years and still coming to places like this is amazing. You know, I don't think I'll ever get bored of that.
How does having kids change life for you?
When you have children, it changes everything. Absolutely everything. All the cliches about parenthood, they're all true. You know, I don't stay out till 7 o'clock. When I'm back in London, I rarely go out, you know what I mean? Because it's not, kids don't want to see their dads rolling in at 7 o'clock in the morning, fucking drunk, you know what I mean? I'd much rather sit and watch telly with them than go out and take drugs with Kate Moss, do you know what I mean? I've done all that anyway, you know, when I was a young man, so fatherhood changes everything.
What do you think of Liam's songs?
I think Liam's a good songwriter. Liam's songs are the best thing about his entire being. Everything else, I don't get anything else about him, but I like his songs.